Hey guys, what's up? It's Mr. Copycat here. Today we'll dive into a science fiction film called Gantz, which was released in 2010. Get ready, folks. The story is about to begin. The main character, Kay, is a college student in the process of preparing for a job interview. Like many of us, he also has the habit of getting distracted. Kay takes the subway as usual, but this time he sees a familiar face. The man's name is Kaito, and he is Kay's childhood friend, but they haven't spoken for a long time. Suddenly, Kay hears a loud bump and turns around to see someone has fallen onto the train tracks. However, everyone just stands there expecting someone else to help, which results in no one stepping forward. Kaito takes a deep breath and jumps down onto the tracks, trying to save the drunk man from being killed. He sees Kay and tries to ask him for help, but Kay pretends he doesn't know Kaito and tries to weasel out. Kaito manages to pull the man out with help, but the train is approaching very quickly. Kay sees this and offers his hand, but he gets pulled in and the two get hit by the train. When they open their eyes, they're still together, but they find themselves in a room with a large black sphere. There are other people here as well, but no one seems to be talking. They try to get out through the windows and doors, but everything is locked. They're sure they were hit by the train. So how can they be alive and in this strange place? Others tell them the same thing, that they died and somehow arrived here. Suddenly, the black sphere lights up, and Kay sees a foot, then a hand, and the entire body materializing in front of him. It turns out to be a woman named Kishimoto, who is naked and soaking wet. Kaito gives her his jacket and stops another man from attempting something unspeakable. The black sphere starts acting up again, but this time it plays some creepy music. Everyone is shocked at what's happening, except for one man who appears to be wearing a combat suit underneath his clothes. The sphere announces that they're dead and their new lives are being controlled by this sphere. It instructs them to kill a creature called the Onion Alien and opens up, revealing guns and armor on the sides. As they approach, they notice a man sitting inside the sphere. They open the suitcases, labeled with their names, and find combat suits, similar to the one worn by the man. No one puts on the armor except for the woman who arrived naked. Suddenly, their bodies begin disappearing and they're teleported to an intersection where no one seems to be around. The man with the armor introduces himself as Nishi and claims they're on a reality show where they need to kill the alien to win a prize of $100,000. Seeing the alien from afar and motivated by the prize money, most of them rush toward the alien without any questions. They manage to corner the alien in a garage and one of the men shoots at it with his gun. Nothing happens at first, but then the alien's arm explodes. It tries to fight back, which angers the group, and everyone starts shooting, causing it to explode. Just when they're planning to collect their prize, another tall figure appears behind them. Yakuza tries to intimidate the mysterious figure, but gets his leg chopped off while being lifted by one hand. In his struggle, he knocks off the tall man's wig, revealing it to be the alien's father. The group shoots in fear, but they only manage to hit their teammate, causing him to explode as well. Kay arrives at the garage, only to find Kaito backing out in fear. Just when he's about to be killed, Kishimoto tackles the alien, sending it flying into a wall. Her strength is magnified by the suit, and I'm sure they must feel pretty silly for not wearing it. The alien quickly recovers and manages to neutralize the team very easily. Kay finds his armor missing in the suitcase, so he uses it the only way he could. Just when they're about to be killed, the alien is paralyzed by a gunshot from afar. Nishi had been following them the whole time and used the others as bait. He shoots the alien's head, which screams in pain and explodes everywhere. After that, they're taken back to the same room, but everyone who died stays dead. Surprisingly, an old man managed to survive and is teleported back safely. Nishi tells everyone that the sphere is called Gantz, and it assigns missions for killing alien invaders. The information of the dead is kept inside the Gantz database, including everyone from previous missions. Gantz gives Nishi 5 points for killing the alien, but gives nothing to the rest of the team. Kaito tries to get some answers from Nishi, as this is obviously not his first rodeo. Nishi overpowers him and refuses to offer any help. Kay tells him to let go, but the fight is cut short when Gantz sends them all away. Kay wakes up in his room, struggling to believe everything that happened was real. He goes out and sees the aftermath of the previous events, like the train incident. He has trouble focusing in class, still thinking about what happened while a girl secretly draws him. Obviously, she has a crush on him, and personally, I would have asked her out by now. Kay tries to find the room he was in the previous day, but to his surprise, the entire building is missing. He goes to where they fought the aliens and sees Kishimoto there as well. She still has Kato's jacket and wants to return it to him personally, but Kei tells her that he moved 10 years ago and doesn't know his current address. She then surprises Kei by asking if she can stay with him tonight, to which he immediately agrees. It's obvious that the girl isn't interested in any romance with him, as she reveals she was kicked out by her boyfriend, which led her to attempt suicide. But Kei doesn't care and grabs some protection just in case. They accidentally find a notebook in Kato's jacket which has his address and shows he was in juvie before. Meanwhile, Kato gets nightmares about what happened, but his little brother tries to comfort him. He hears a loud screech and sees himself disappearing in the mirror. They reappear in the same room, but this time with 3 other strangers. Gantz tells them their target is the Tanaka alien, and Kato tries to tell everyone to put on the armor, but the new people are too shocked to listen. A grandma and her grandson are teleported first and meet the alien instantly. It opens its mouth and vaporizes both of them right away. Kei catches sight of the alien mid-teleportation and nearly gets killed by its blast. Just when he's about to be finished off, the alien fires to the side and gets a direct hit on invisible Nishi, knocking him down to the underground parking lot. The alien continues hitting him until his suit malfunctions and no longer offers protection. Kato jumps down and saves Nishi by throwing the alien away. With his strength combined with the suit, he manages to squeeze the alien until it faints. They check Nishi's vitals, but he's dying quickly. He tells the group to get 100 points, so they may revive him. But personally, I'd hesitate to revive a psychopath like him. Suddenly, the alien jumps up and begins attacking the group again. Kato tries to protect Kishimoto, but gets knocked around like a rag doll. With teamwork, they manage to land multiple hits on the alien, but it seems to be extremely durable. It goes after Kei, striking him repeatedly, but he taps into the suit's potential and punches the alien away. He proceeds to pummel it, knocking it into a car and damaging its face. The alien tries to use its laser blast again, but Kei shoots it with his gun, causing a large explosion. Kei manages to kill the aliens but blows his own limbs off in the process. Luckily, the timer on Gantz runs out and Kei is revived in the room before he dies. He remembers what Nishi said about the 100 points and asks Gantz to explain. Apparently, when they reach 100 points, they have the option of reviving someone or setting themselves free. They're sent back by Gantz again, but this time, Kei wears his battle suit. He intends to practice using it, getting ready for the next mission. His new superpowers give him some confidence, so he asks the girl from his class out. She shows him a manga she drew depicting Kei as a superhero. Kishimoto finds Kato's address and surprises him with a visit. Through their conversation, we find out that Kato killed his father because the man was abusing his little brother. Kato says he can't die now, as he needs to protect and care for his brother. Kishimoto assures him that he will survive. They're teleported by Gantz to the room again, and this time with many more new people. Kato tries to tell everyone to put on the suit, but a monk spewing nonsense makes it very difficult. Gantz tells them that their target is the Buddha statue, and they're all teleported away. Kei sees the statue in front of the temple and proceeds to examine it closer. To their surprise, the giant statue starts moving and begins stomping on the group. They scatter and some run into the temple, looking for shelter, only to find something even more sinister inside. The group surrounds the alien while Kei tries to take it on by himself. Although enormous, the alien is very quick for its size and dodges all the gunfire. Eventually, Kei manages to outmaneuver it from underneath and destroys it by shooting its head. Just when they think the mission is over, the timer on Gantz resets. They see one of their teammates come out of the temple, wounded and near death. The 3 enter a room full of statues and find the monk's dead body covered in cuts. Suddenly, Kishimoto notices that a statue of an armed Buddha has moved behind Kei, and it proceeds to attack him furiously with all its arms. Kei is wounded badly as blades puncture his body, and Kato pulls him to safety and tells him to rest, admitting that he has always admired Kei. Then he proceeds to attack the alien. Although Kato gives it his best shot, but the alien is too fast. Just when it's about to deliver the finishing blow, Kishimoto jumps in to protect him. She gets impaled everywhere and drops into Kato's arms. In her last breath, she tells Kato to survive and reunite with his brother. Furious at his friend's death, Kato charges at the alien but is quickly defeated by its swords. Seeing his friend is wounded to near death, Kei gathers his last resolve and charges at the monster. He realizes he can't beat it in close combat, so he jumps toward the gun across the room as the alien attacks. He grabs the gun and fires at the Buddha, but it blocks the attack with its swords. The alien drops a small statue on the floor, which rapidly grows into a giant, breaking through the ceiling. It launches a fist at Kei, destroying most of the roof in one blow. In the face of such a powerful enemy, Kei is unsure of what to do next. With last remaining strength, Kato throws the gun to Kei, who catches it and shoots at the Buddha's arm, destroying it as he runs closer to its head. The alien opens its mouth and swallows Kei, but he manages to fire shots into the giant's mouth, causing it to explode from the inside. Kei runs back to his friend, holding his hand and telling him not to die. Kei begins to teleport back to the room, but Kato remains motionless. He sees the remaining survivors, but fails to see his friend. Kato's image appears on the screen, confirming his death. Kei begs Gantz to bring Kato back, but he has only earned 20 points in total. He cries a lot, feeling that there's no way he can last until the end. Feeling hopeless, Kei struggles to live a normal life. He becomes depressed while walking in the subway station with his girlfriend. Kei jumps down onto the train tracks to attempt suicide, but the girl pulls him up, telling him she loves him and pleading for him not to die. With the realization that people love and care for him, Kei resolves to fight with his teammates to revive all his fallen friends. So what do you guys think about this movie? You are welcome to share your mind in the comment below. I'd love to read them. If you like my video, then help me get in touch with you by hitting the subscribe button.